Good morning, everybody. This is Steve from the Worley Bugger. It is March 17th, 2023. Standing on the banks here in the farmlands of the Yakima River. You can see it's in beautiful shape. Flowing very nicely. So right now it's about 32 degrees. Having big temperature swings. So cold nighttime temperatures getting below freezing. Daytime highs getting up around 50. This weekend supposed to be really nice. Maybe mid 50s, so cross your fingers on that. I know what everybody's waiting for. Everybody's waiting for me to tell them that the squallow fishing is on. Well, it's starting. That's about all I have to say. It's starting. Now, absolutely. Squallow fishing got going this week. It's happening throughout the entire river. However, it's still patchy. We're not in the full stages. We're right in phase one, what we like to call it, because we'll see squallows go maybe this year all the way into May. So it's a long drawn out hatch, mainly because of spring runoff fluctuations going up and down. If we happen to get a kind of a tidal wave of water in the river due to runoff from rain, or if it gets unusually warm, the river will blow out, and that just kind of stunts the hatch. So the bugs will just quit forming on the river, wait until the conditions improve, and then return. Sometimes we see that 3 or 4 times a year during the spring. So it goes in phases. So this is phase one. It's just beginning, but the fishing has improved. It is better because the weather's better. It's warming up. The water temps are a few degrees warmer. The trout are going to get active during the day. So it's mainly nymph fishing in the morning, and then once things kind of warm up around mid-afternoon, you can start fishing your dry flies. There's also been some mayflies going on. Blue wing olives happening. So things are changing in the river. So fish are going to begin to focus on certain flies and certain food forms that you're going to have to be aware of. And usually as we approach the end of the month, we start seeing March browns. So we'll have 3 different phases of insects going. So the fishing becomes a little bit more interesting. So just keep that in mind. And the river's changed a lot especially over the last 15 years. You got to keep in mind, I've had a couple of guides just recently in the pro shop that were commenting about the river and how terrible it is. And these guys have been fishing the river for a long time. How the fishing has kind of, the quality has gone down in fishing, and I told them I had to disagree. Salmon have changed everything in the river, and they've changed trout behavior. So anytime something is reintroduced, eventually it's going to change the format of what fish do and how they feed. So last fall we had 3 species of salmon spawning in the river between mid-September and November. So this biomass in all degrees has changed everything in the Yakima. It's changed trout behavior, it's changed where they hold, everything. So keep it in mind as you think you got it figured out. Fishing slow, well, it might not be the river, it might be what you're doing. Of course there's slow fishing days, but you always got to experiment, try new things, try different water types. Until you find out what it is. Unlocking the key, that's part of the fun. So keep that in mind.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
Still getting great reports from the basin on the lakes. You know, people have been fishing a lot of leeches and a lot of like Daphnia flies, like blob flies, because it's been so much colder. The chironomid hatch has not been great, but now that it's starting to warm up, the chironomid fishing has been a lot better this week. So again, kind of a wide variety of different tactics there between, you know, when you start, midday, and then, you know, end of day. So again, just a different set of circumstances that we got to kind of figure out. So when you're out, you want to find the squalla hatch on the river. You know, a good thing to do is just walk along the banks, you know, and uncover any type of structure, you know, that you find, logs, you know, big rocks where they can crawl under at night, keep warm, you know, and then do their mating thing before they return to the water. So I'll include Tim Irish's diagram, you know, of squalla migrations in this video, and you can check it out. Sadly, this week, the 13th of March, was 10-year anniversary of Tim Irish's passing. We miss him every day. Think about you, Timbo. What you did for us and for the river. We appreciate it, brother. That's about all I got to tell you for this week. But yeah, the river's in great shape. Looks like it's going to continue that way for the next week. And if you guys get some fishing in, give us a call at the Pro Shop if I can help in any way. All right? Have a great weekend, everybody.